It's that time of year again. I'd like to excuse my appearance. I didn't want to wear makeup today. Well, I was actually wearing makeup today, but I washed it off because it was bothering me. So we're gonna do this video without any makeup. And yeah, let's just get right into it. First and foremost, I think that's how they say it. Ramadan Mubarak to everybody watching. I feel like I have this video going up late this year. Usually it goes up like a week before Ramadan starts, but this year it's going up almost basically a day before Ramadan starts, which I apologize for. I was in LA for a week. I got back and then just, yeah. I have a bunch of stuff. As you guys know, I like to write down everything that I want to talk about, and I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. If you guys didn't know, I make yearly how to stay fit during Ramadan videos. This is my 5th video in a row, guys. Can you believe that? You guys, I watched my old videos and they're so freaking long, so I want to keep this under 15 minutes. I was gonna say 10, but under 15 minutes. I want to hit the points and then just go. Let me start off by first explaining to you guys what I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be eating, and like everything about me before I tell you guys what common mistakes people make, frequently asked questions, the do's and don'ts basically of staying fit or getting fit during Ramadan. For me, nothing much is going to change in terms of my workouts. It's the only thing that is going to change is the time I do my workouts and possibly the amount of weight I lift. So for most of you guys, you should know that I power lift. That is basically lifting heavy ass shit. I have to like be realistic and know that I can't really lift 300 pounds. I can't deadlift 300 pounds this month because I'm going to be fasting. You know what I mean? So everything stays the same except for the time I'm going to be working out. So I'm going to be, instead of working out in the morning around 10 a.m., I will now be switching it over to night, obviously, because I want to work out after I open my fast. And then in terms of weights, I will just be going off of how my body feels. I'm not going to worry too much, of course, about hitting PRs. I'm not going to try to be lifting 300-pound deadlift unless I feel good that day. So I'm just going to vary it off of that. What I plan on doing is, so in the morning, what I eat for breakfast, usually it's the same as last year, I think. I have a bowl of oatmeal. I will have a protein shake, and then depending on how I feel, I will either have 2 eggs or some fruit. I want to try to hit 40 grams of protein in the morning. So usually a protein shake is about 22 grams of protein, and then if I add in some eggs, or I can just always add in some meat like chicken or something like that, whatever I want in the morning. And then I also want to, of course, hit my carbs, which would be my oatmeal. I love oatmeal because it stays in your stomach longer. I feel like it keeps me full for a long period of time. I'm also going to make sure I have a lot of water, and then for people who get thirsty throughout the day, just maybe have some yogurt or something like that will help keep your stomach calm. So when it comes down time for iftar, I usually always go for a run half an hour before it's time to open or break our fast. Here in Canada, it's going to be a 17-hour fast, so this should be really fun. Half an hour before the fast opens, I will go out for a run. So it's a 4-kilometer run. Depending on how long it takes me, I always give myself 30 minutes because I don't know how I'm going to be feeling that day, and I have asthma, so it just depends. And as soon as I come into the door, it leaves me maybe with like 5 or 10 minutes before it's time to eat. So that way, if I'm dehydrated and I'm feeling really thirsty, I can drink water basically almost right away. I will eat my date, of course, to open my fast. And then I will go ahead and have my meals. So last year I told you guys that I ate chicken breast, which I still love just chicken breast because I can eat it cold or hot, doesn't matter. This year I'm going to be having chicken kebabs. So I showed you guys a recipe of the ground chicken kebabs that I posted like maybe a month ago now. So I'm going to be having that. I'll be eating that with either rice. Sometimes I'll make a burger, basically trying to have a balanced meal. So something that has protein, carbs, and then a little bit of fat, of course, because you want to hit all your macros. And I'm going to be actually trying to hit all my macros this year. My calorie limit is 1750, so basically like 1800 calories. I'm not gonna lie, 1800 calories, I basically, if we have a 17-hour fast, that means we only technically have like 6-7 hours to eat, and I want to sleep also. So it gives us such a short period of time, and eating 1800 calories in that period of time probably isn't realistic for me. It just won't happen. So I'm probably gonna knock that down to 1500. I'll still try for 18, but I think it'll be better for me if I hit 15. I'm gonna make sure 100% to always hit my protein every single day. Like, I wanna make sure if I'm if I start beginning to fall off my macros, I'm going to be hitting my protein every single day, and I want to keep that at 120 grams of protein, even though it should be more, but I'm just going to be realistic and just cap it off at 120. So I'm going to have 40 in the morning, and then I'm going to have the remainder at night before I work out, go work out, and then come back. Like, I'm just going to make sure I hit 120 grams of protein. So when it comes to the gym, I like to go to the gym right after eating. I give myself about maybe 20 minutes to digest a little bit because I don't want to throw up while lifting. I'll take some electrolytes with me because this will make sure that I don't feel lightheaded. It's going to make sure that I also stay hydrated during my workout, because of course if you're fasting 17 hours, like, your body still is going to be out of whack, especially if it's not used to doing it. So especially for the first week, you're gonna feel really weird. It's going to take time for your body to adjust. So electrolytes is great during your workout because it's going to make sure that you don't feel like you're going to pass out. I'm going to be sticking to working out 6 days a week. I'm basically, as I mentioned to you guys, like, I'm not going to change anything about my workouts. I'm going to work out 6 days a week. My Sundays will be off like normal. Wednesdays are going to be pure cardio, and then I'm going to do my workouts in between as I normally would, which my workouts in general are about an hour and a half to 2 hours depending on what I'm doing that day. So I'm going to keep it at that. Like, I'm not changing much about my routine. As I mentioned, I'm only going to change, like, let's say if I feel really weak that day, I'll just tweak the amount of weight I'm lifting, but I'm going to stay steady at what I'm doing currently, because I feel like, or I know actually, since I've been doing this for a few years now, working out during Ramdan, that if you feed your body the fuel that it needs, it doesn't matter if you're feeding it all in 4 hours or 12 hours. If you feed your body the right amount of nutrients that you need, like your macros, or let's say for me, 1,500 calories, 120 grams of protein, blah, 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 all my carbs and stuff, you should not really feel too weak, because you're still feeding your body okay. Like, you're not depriving your body of any nutrients, you're not depriving it of protein, you're not depriving it of calories. So you should feel okay. Like, granted, yes, it will take your body a little bit time to adjust because you're not used to taking such large gaps between the time you eat, but you should not feel any different in terms of how you work out and stuff if you're fueling yourself right. In terms of workouts, I want to make sure that you guys know that you have to be realistic. Like, if you're trying to gain weight, just put that on pause for now, because this month is not the greatest month to be trying to gain weight. Like, this is probably the best month to lean out. So you want to kind of stick to that, and then when the month is over, you can go back to adjusting your goals as needed if you are trying to gain weight. And you want to also be realistic. You don't want to be stressing out about your workouts. Like, this month is not about losing weight, it's not about working out, but of course you're supposed to, like, you want to take advantage of it as much as you can, so you don't want to be stressing out about working out and stuff. So be realistic and don't put too much pressure on yourself. I tell everybody that for people who are beginning and people who aren't used to working out during Ramadan, stick to compound workouts, which means that you're working more muscle groups in one time. So not just like bicep curling and doing your biceps, but like something like a squat, because it works your hamstrings, it works your glutes, it works your quads, and like it works so much of your body just by doing one movement. So you can do something like squats, you can do something like overhead presses, you can do pull-ups, you can do big push-ups are amazing, planks are amazing, things that work all body groups at once. That way you don't have to like cut, okay, I'm gonna do biceps this way, do triceps this way, because you are gonna feel weak sometimes, and that's okay. You don't have to work out 6 days a week, because Liba works out 6 days a week. If you can do 3, that's great. Just do 3 and each day do full body workouts and do some cardio and you're good. Like, that's all you need to do. I feel like this video is gonna be all over the place, but I feel like you guys like listening to all the random stuff I like to say, and I think a lot of you guys want to know what my plan is. So good news is that I also will be vlogging, of course, during this month. So some days you guys will be coming along with me in terms of what I eat, like from like 4 a.m. like what I eat, what I'm gonna do, like during my entire day. Like, you'll be with me, so you'll be able to see what I'm making. Now my hair looks like a mess. This is not the final color. If you guys don't follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, this is not the final color. Let me tell you guys a few things people do wrong and go wrong during this month, because I think this is important for you guys to know, because you may be doing it and you just may not know that you're doing it. Number one. Most of the time, people feel like because they haven't eaten all day that they can eat anything they want at nighttime and still lose weight, because, oh, I haven't ate for 17, 18 hours. Now I can feast and feast like a king and stuff my face and I'm not gonna gain weight. that is totally wrong, because you still have to remember, if you go over, let's say, like, for example, somebody that needs 1,500 calories a day to maintain their weight, if during Ramdan, whatever, you've done your fast, time to open your fast, and now you're stuffing yourself with samosa, spring rolls, parathe, all these fatty foods, you can easily cross 1,500 calories. And because in your mind you're thinking, oh my god, I didn't eat all day, so now I can eat whatever I want, you're going over your daily calorie limit without even knowing it. So you're overeating and not even realizing that you're overeating, because you've in your head already convinced yourself that you deserve this big feast. You feel me? Number 2, okay, so this is a highly asked question too, is what to do when you're having an iftar, like get together with friends, family friends, because I know this happens a lot. And honestly, there's only 2 things I can say to this. Number 1 is, don't stress about it, because it is your family, it is your friends. Once again, this month is so much more than worrying about your weight. So don't stress about it too much, but make sure you plan ahead. Like, don't just go to an iftar dinner every other day. Like, plan it ahead, see what's worth it, see which person you like the best to go to their iftar dinner. It's not hard at all. Like, you're still allowed cheat days, you're still allowed to eat what you want. You just have to make sure you plan ahead. And I think that's where people go wrong, is because they don't plan it, and things or plans will just come up and they don't plan what they're gonna eat, they don't plan anything. So just make sure you plan ahead of time. If your friend is having an iftar dinner on Friday, maybe from Monday just make sure you're eating clean every single day, and then Friday you can go and indulge without having to worry too much. Next one is something that I stress to you guys every single year: avoiding empty calories, like empty drink calories. Like, avoid Coke, avoid juices, avoid any sugary drinks, and just drink water. Just water, like for real, just water. Like I'm like, try, maybe do some kind of challenge with your family. Like, just have water this month. I don't care if you like Ruh Afza, I don't care if you can't live without ginger ale. You just try to have water. You don't understand how much, like, your body needs water. Like, it's hard for me to even explain to you guys, but just have water. Even if you are not thirsty, force yourself to drink that shit. Then, while you're trying to get rid of water, also try to stay away from fried food, processed food, samosa and spring rolls to open your rosé. Like, that shit is not good. Your body is fasting for 17 hours. So when it comes time to open your fast, it is gonna soak up anything you put into the body. So why would you want to give it empty calories? Why would you want to give it sugary drinks? Why would you want to put fried food into your body, knowing that that's the first thing it's going to suck up? You don't want empty calories. Eat normal food. So I know a lot of people, usually when they open their fast, we have samosa or spring rolls. And I've been through this. That's why I'm telling you guys. Like, I've been there, done that. So I'm going off of, like, telling you guys what I've done. You usually just open your fast with samosa or spring rolls. Don't do it. Don't do it. And if you're like young, if you're still at home, if you live with your parents, try to convince your mom not to make fried food, because we are lazy shits and we will always just eat whatever our mom makes. Because I mean, let's be real, only moms can be fasting for 17 hours and then make a huge feast for their family. Try to convince your mom to not make fried food and get her to make actual food, like an actual well-balanced food. Some rice, some veggies, some kind of meat, some chicken, some whatever. Like, have a actual well-balanced meal rather than just having spring rolls and samosa, because you wanna, I'm gonna say it again, your body, whatever you put into your body after the 17-hour fast, it's gonna soak it up. So you wanna make sure it has a lot of nutrients. You wanna have some veggies, you wanna have some protein. I'm not saying you can't have spring rolls and samosa, but the initial thing that you put into your body should be something healthy. And then the last thing where people go wrong is that fasting does not mean that you should just completely stop working out and just be sitting on your butt all day, or just not work. Like, this is not an excuse for you guys to not work out. Even if it's something as simple as going out for a walk right before you open your fast or after you open your fast is so important. Even if you can go for an hour walk, I'm telling you guys, just a walk. I'm not telling you to speed walk, I'm not telling you to run, just a walk. That is still better than doing nothing, because I'm telling you, after the month is over and now it's time for you to get back into your daily routine of working out or whatever it may be, you are gonna struggle, and you don't want to struggle. Trust me, you don't want to struggle. So try to keep up some activity. Like I said, if you can only go to the gym 3 days a week, go those 3 days a week. If you can only go like, do something. Don't just be sitting on your butt, because you're just basically gonna ruin everything for yourself. And let's be real, like fasting, when you are fasting, you're supposed to try to go as much as about your regular day life as you can. You're supposed to continue working. You're supposed to just go and have a normal day. You're not gonna use this as an excuse to be like, oh my god, I'm fasting, like I can't do anything. Like, no. Push through it. And like I said, if you are feeling your body right, if you're giving it the right nutrients, if you're hitting like your macros, you don't have to do macros, but let's say like you're still providing it whole foods and good foods and nutrient dense foods, you should not feel tired. You should not feel sluggish. You should feel okay. It will take time to adjust for your body, but if you're providing it doesn't matter if you're eating 1,500 calories in 4 hours or 1,500 calories in a 12 regular day, you're still eating 1,500 calories. So if you're eating 1,500 calories in 12 hours, you should still feel the same as eating 1,500 calories in 4 hours. I hope I'm making sense. Bottom line is that you guys should still be feeling normal, because you're still giving your body the right nutrients. If you're eating samosa, if you're eating fried food, if you're eating parathe, don't eat parathe for breakfast. But if you are eating that stuff, you're gonna feel sluggish. You're gonna feel like shit. You know that feeling of just having fried food stuck at the bottom of your stomach? Nobody likes that feeling. So don't do it. Why would you want to put yourself through that? Don't do it. Now, let's talk about what we should do. Okay, number 1, plan ahead and have a meal plan with your family. I know a lot of people, like especially, I'm gonna just speak for people my age, like people who live with their parents, with their family. It is so hard to resist eating samosa and spring rolls if they are there, right there in front of you. Convince your mom, convince your dad, tell them it's so good for them too to eat healthy food, because you don't want them to have clogged up arteries. You don't want them to just their body to suffer. You want everybody to eat well. So plan ahead with your family. Also, number 2, don't keep junk food in the house. If you're anything like me, if there is junk food in the house, it doesn't matter. I hate barbecue chips, but if I'm craving like some kind of junk food, I will still eat barbecue chips because I'm craving junk food. So if you don't keep junk food in the house, most of the time you're too lazy to go out and buy yourself some more junk food. So don't keep it in the house, because you're just going to jeopardize yourself. Number 3, drink lots of water. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of water. If you are not thirsty, still drink water. You guys, I'm not gonna I can't stress that enough. Just drink lots of water. Your body's gonna thank you. And then number 4, don't skip suhoor. Don't skip sehri. Like, people who sleep through that, first of all, that's wrong. I'm not judging, but my mom tells me that's wrong whenever I want to sleep through it. But get up and eat, because you don't want to be starving the whole day. Once again, like, you want to provide your body with as much nutrients as it can be provided with. And yeah, you just don't. It's just like skipping breakfast. How people say you shouldn't skip breakfast. Definitely don't skip sehri. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the frequently asked questions. I hope I'm doing good with time. I think this video's all over the place, but I'm sorry, like, this is just where my mind's at today. First question, frequently asked question: when to work out? I always tell you guys there's no like perfect time to work out. This just goes off of how you feel, what you want to do. I know people who work out before they open their fast. Like for me, sometimes I would like to just take a protein shake and some dates, like 2 dates, and go to the gym and open my fast at the gym, like in the gym parking lot. So because I do that the days that I know I'm lazy, so I will drive myself to the gym, have my date, have my protein shake, open my fast, and be like, all right, we're already at the gym. Get out of my car and just go work out. That works amazing for me. Some people I know some people that like to run before sehri, like at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning. Do what you feel best. I would suggest is obviously after eating, because people feel more comfortable. But at the same time, after you eat, you are also lazy. So you guys just gotta pick. Number 2, frequently asked question. This is how to not lose muscle, or how to prevent going into a catabolic state. As I mentioned so many times before, if you guys are hitting your macros, especially in terms of protein, like, you should not be going into a catabolic state, because you're providing your muscles with the nutrients it needs. So if you're going and hitting your calorie limit and you're hitting your protein intake, you should not be losing any muscle mass. If anything, you should just be maintaining. So a lot of people are asking what they should do because their gym closes at earlier. So by the time they get to the gym is going to be closed. Home workouts are amazing. If you can get like a skipping rope and do skipping like outside your house, in the backyard, wherever it may be, that is your best friend. Skipping and jump roping. When I say skipping, some people are like, what is that? So it's jump roping. It's like one of the best workouts that you can ever do. It's a full body workout. It's cardio. It's so good for you. Go for runs. Go, if you can find a hill somewhere in your area, do hill sprints, do sprints outside. There's so many things that you can do, and do body weight exercises, do push-ups, planks, ab workouts. If you can get like a pull-up area, do pull-ups. Do so many things that you can do just from home. How do you control what you eat? Do meal prepping, girl. Just like how we would do meal prepping in a day, like a regular day situation, just meal prep your meals from before. That will actually save your life because you won't have to be tempted to eat or make anything else. I'm going to do a meal prep video for Ramzan, so I think, like, I'll be realistic, and I think that should be up for Sunday because I'm going to make the video tomorrow or Saturday. So I know it's going to be a little bit late, but usually in the first 2 days of Ramadan, it's fun. Like, it's, you know, that feeling that we get. So it's like, okay, like, you know, it's gonna take time for you to adjust. So have your spring rolls or be just normal, eating normally, and then by Sunday I will have a video up for you guys. A lot of questions about how not to eat too much during Iftari, and honestly, you guys, there's no way to stop that unless you portion out your meals or you remind yourself that you cannot be eating like this just because you fasted for 17 hours. You have to tell yourself that this is not normal and that there is still a chance for you to gain weight. It doesn't mean that you can just eat whatever you want after 17 hours. Oh, should you do cardio? This is a good one because I was meaning to add this in. So normally, like, because you're fasting and because you're already losing so many calories while fasting, like, it's not suggested for you to do cardio and stuff, but I still always do cardio. I still suggest that you should do cardio because it will just fasten the process, and only do cardio if you are providing your body with the right nutrients. Like, you don't want to do cardio if you're just eating nothing. If you're eating like 200 calories or 300 calories, then it's a no, because you're just damaging your body. But if you are somebody that's planning on staying on track, planning on hitting your macros, planning on hitting your protein intake, then yes, do some cardio. Do like half an hour cardio, do it on the Stairmaster, or do like a run, whatever you like. I would still suggest doing cardio. This is gonna be the last question because I'm not kidding when I say most of the questions are basically what I answered. And the last question, I just want to address one more time, like, bottom line is people who struggle, like, who are telling me that you guys just struggle because you end up eating so many samosa and you end up eating spring rolls and so much sugar and stuff. I'm telling you, like, please just convince your family, convince your mom, like, to not do it. It's beneficial for everybody. Or you, if you have like a really strong will, try doing it yourself. I'm not even kidding, you guys. Like, you will feel so good. Because normally when we eat fried food, our body just feels like shit. Like, you put shit in your body will feel like shit. But when you have clean food, like, the feeling of having clean food in your body is like no other feeling in this world, especially during fasting. Like, you feel it the most because your stomach is empty, and then the first thing that goes in your stomach is what your body's going to soak up. So you want to make sure it's healthy food. And I'm telling you guys, if you follow these little steps, they're not huge steps, they're little tweaks that you're going to be doing throughout the days that you're fasting, I'm 100% sure that you will go towards your goal. Like, it's only 30 days, so I'm not saying you're gonna lose 15 pounds in 30 days. There's not, but you will make sure that you don't jeopardize. If you've already lost weight, you're gonna make sure you don't jeopardize what you did the month before. Yeah, my mind is not even here, but my brother has surgery today. That could be a reason. Sama has surgery today, your favorite brother. He's okay, everything is good. Just pray for our family, and I hope you guys have amazing food, and yeah. It's fine, it's cool, it's still up, it's still, if anything, telling you guys what I'm gonna do. And of course, I'm gonna be vlogging, so I'll tell you guys what I'm gonna be working out and all this stuff and going about my day and telling you guys, but I wanted this to go up to tell you guys. And yeah, go and have some fun, and I will see you guys in my next video. Oh, also, if you do have questions, you can leave it down below in the comment section. When I see your question, I will answer.